Conspiracy Worldwide Radio, the Friday Night Live show. Been a fantastic show so far. It's going to get even more fantastic as we welcome to the show for the first time BiLL. BiLL, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you doing? I'm doing well tonight. I'm doing fine. Trying to get over a flu virus again. This winter, it's been harsh already. It's not even winter yet, but it's a pleasure to hear your voice up onto the show. We've been going now for, about 3 or 4 years, and this is the first time that we've spoken.
It's about time, man.
Exactly, man.
Let's go.
There's so much to talk about. So much to talk about tonight as well. It's all about the project with Sean Price. We spoke to Sean Price many, many months ago.
Yeah, that's what it's all about?
It is, man. It's about the pill.
Cool, man.
It's about the pill.
That's what's up.
Now,
yeah, man.
Of course, last March, you started work on another album that it's all about, Heavy Metal Kings.
Yes, sir.
With Vin Laden. This is what it's about. Now, I read back in March then, from yourself, that you'd laid 17 tracks in 1 week, and then you laid more. There were 20-something tracks. I mean, that project now must be just about finished, is it, the Vinnie Paz project?
Yeah. It's in the mixing stages now. We're putting a couple little last-minute finishing touches on it, a couple of cuts here and there, a couple of hooks, just like the last kind of few bricks in the wall, so to speak.
Yeah. But
it's pretty much done.
Oh,
we have about 3-4 weeks before we have to hand it in. Right. You know what I mean, for the release date. But yeah, it's definitely almost done.
So what are we looking at then for all the people that need the dates? I mean, are we talking December? Are we talking before Christmas? Do you think that's going to be in the stores?
Nah. I mean, we would to make that kind of a to have that date, we would have had to hand it in already. It's usually like a 3-month turnaround. So we're looking like. I don't want to say the exact date, but it's looking like March. Like we're gonna have to hand it in like at the end of the month, and then it's like, as far as to have an album properly distributed in stores, ready to rock. It's like a 3-month turnaround.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I understand that. Now, not that it's needed, but a discussion about who the personnel are for this project. I mean, are you handling production on this?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Yeah, I did. Two, I believe.
All right, excellent.
2 or 3.
And what about other people? Obviously, is Stoop involved? Have we got the whole camp, the whole family involved? Muggs up on this album producing?
Muggs got a joint on the record. I think Question might have one. C. Lance has like 3, and he's actually like the newest addition. He's in house. We're doing a lot of work with C. Lance right now. You've heard his stuff on Vince's solo album. He did a few of those joints. But C. Lance is on there. There's definitely some newer producers. Sick Nature did a joint. I know you know him. That's one of the homies. Yeah. As far as the newer producers, we got this dude named Jack of all trades that did some stuff on the record that's incredible. Junior Macro from France, who I'd never heard of until we actually got a chance to work with him. And dude's just incredible. I mean, we weren't looking to work with anybody in particular. As far as this record, we kind of just went with what we were into taste wise, as far as our liking for beats, and it ended up being a lot of newer up and coming producers on this record than probably any other record I've ever done.
That's a good thing. A lot of artists we speak to now, each week in and week out, established artists like yourself, are giving new producers a chance. I wonder if it's a case of the older producers, I don't know, just not being quite as available as they once were. But it's excellent you got some new producers up on this joint. Now, I know every project that BiLL puts his name to is never just an aimless project full of tracks that sound good. I mean, the Kill Devil Hills that was released earlier this year, that is one of the greatest movies I've heard this year. Kill Devil Hills.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man.
So let me ask you this then. Heavy Metal Kings, what's the theme, what's the topic, if that doesn't trivialize that thing I was talking about a bit earlier? But what are you trying to do with Heavy Metal Kings?
Well, people have made the assumption that it's going to be like a lot of heavy metal guitar beats and it's going to sound like a rock album. So, I mean, off the bat, I'll let y'all know that's not the case. It's a 100% hip hop album. The title comes from, for those that don't know, I assume a bunch of y'all probably do know that there's a song called Heavy Metal Kings that I did with Jedi Mind Tricks a while back, and that was really where it started, as far as that being the name of the group. Where it comes from is obviously it's a play on words for certain weapons of mass destruction. At the same time, we also love heavy metal music. Me and Vin are like really big fans. We grew up on hip hop, but we also grew up on metal as well. So that's where the name comes from. Thematically, it's not a concept album. It's not. There's nothing conceptual that I think you could tie to the title. It's just me and Vinny doing what we do, and in a sense, it kind of reminds me of the La Coca record, because MCs, when you put a bunch of MCs in a room together, especially beastly MCs, we constantly challenge each other and always challenge each other to set the bar a little bit higher and go back and forth like that. And that's what me and Vin have been doing a lot with this record. So there's a lot of beastly verses on this record, and I'm really amped and excited about it. And I would say the same for the beats. It's really anthemic. Like, I like to pick, for me, like I like all different types of production, and I might even like a beat that I might not necessarily hear myself rhyme on, but I would just give it up and give props to it. But for me, the beats that I choose to spit on, I usually look for stuff that I feel is going to incite a riot. You know what I mean?
I was
something that's going to work. You know what I mean? Like, so that's going to work good in a live situation.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that on this record. There's a lot of anthems.
Yeah. I was asking about the actual the sound of the production, because I imagine there will be a lot of anthems, and of course Vinnie Paz and Ill Bill together on the project. There's going to be a lot of hardcore, a lot of riot-inciting music, like you said there. But I also feel like there's going to be some more reflective production on here. I hear some kind of maybe vocal samples up on this album.
You know what? There is a little something like that. Yeah, I would say that. But I really wouldn't call this an introspective album. I would definitely call this a beat your head in with a brick album.
Right.
100%.
Right.
And I think that's what people want. We want to give the people what they want. So I think that's what the people want, and that's what me and Vin. That's the vibe we caught when we were in the studio. So that's what we're going to give y'all.
Yeah, this is what we need. We need more hardcore, man. Now, Season's Assassins had a few unexpected collabs with the likes of Paul Wall, Freeway, Clips, etc. Any sort of unexpected collaborations on Heavy Metal Kings?
Nah, not actually. We kept it really fan based, man. We really kept it with the fam. It's Q Unique on the record, Slain, Crypt, and Sabak and Reef on the record. That's it. Those are the only guest appearances.
All right. No, that's, in a way, man, I'm glad you mentioned Slane's name, because I've been seeing him saying that he's considering retiring. Do you know any more about this? It's just in the last few days, Slane's been saying, I may be hanging up the microphone forever. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like a transitional phase. I would say Slane right now is experiencing some of the industry politics and problems that sometimes arise when putting out a record, and he's definitely going through a stressful time right now. But I don't think you're going to stop hearing him making music. I think it's too much of a part of his inner being for him to ever let that go. But he's doing really well with his acting career right now, and that's going to be like a really big part of his future. Exactly. So I mean, if anything, I could see that part of his career becoming so. I see him becoming so busy that he might not be able to devote as much time to music as he would like to, or as his fans would like. But I don't think he'll ever stop making music.
No, exactly. I mean, he's obviously stretched. I mean, his acting career's taken off. He was on our show a couple of weeks ago, and he had the best intentions in the world, but literally because of his schedule, he had about 6 minutes available. 6 minutes available, he had to go. Very respectfully, but he had to go. And I just wonder, like you say, I wonder if the pressure of life and this schedule now is sort of making him think if he can devote the time that he wants to devote, that he thinks his fans deserve. But anyway, it's not all about slavery.
Nah, but you know what though?
Yeah.
But you know what? That's not even what it is. I mean, I just assumed that you probably might have known that, his like what's going on with his album right now. I'm saying he's stressed out right now because his album's supposed to come out on Tuesday. He actually had to push his album back till next year because of sample clearance issues. So that's what I was referring to.
Oh, I understand. It's a more practical thing than emotional. So slaying upon Heavy Metal Kings. Before we talk about what it's all about, The Pill with Sean Price, before we talk more about that project, just going to hand over to my co-host Menace then to talk more about Kill Devil Hills this summer. Menace.
How you doing, Bill?
Hey, what's up, man?
Chilling, man, chilling. Yeah, I feel like it's only right we talk about Kill Devil Hills. Like Montana said earlier, it's one of this year's best projects, and I could talk all day about it, to be honest with you. I'd read you referred to the science behind your project, Kill Devil Hills, as being a metaphor for a place to go to recharge your battery and reload your weapon. I'm curious, man, as to what times in your career you've had to recharge your battery and for what reasons.
Oh man, every 72 hours, man. You know, gotta at least sleep 3 hours for every 3 days. Nah, I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I mean, always, man. I mean, it's easy to get burnt out. I mean, for me, it's like my wife says I'm a workaholic. She says I don't stop working. I never stop working. Even if I'm not literally working, physically working in the studio or whatever, my brain is always working. So you might be trying to have a conversation with me. I mean, right now I'm focused because I'm sitting on a bench right now in my backyard, and really all I have is the phone to kind of occupy me at this very second. But if it wasn't for that, my brain would be working. The wheels are always turning. So I work 25 hours a day, man. So I mean, I always need to take a break at some point. Now, I never do, but
you need to.
Eventually I need to. And
right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, that's a constant thing, especially for me, just because I really just don't stop working. I don't really look at it as work. So that's part of it. I love what I do. So, it's a blessing, really.
Exactly. You're one of the few rappers doing it today that transcends a place and time when you rhyme. How important was it for you to create this zone for you, making Kill Devil Hills and recharging yourself to outdo yourself artistically, especially being in LA and not Brooklyn recording it?
Well, I mean, it's part of the process, and it's part of the reason why I started making beats again, just to keep myself challenged and interested, and and just to bring a different side to my creativity. So sometimes it's not necessarily stopping the work. It's maybe working on something else, working on a different facet or aspect of the art.
It seems like when you went into the lab to create this album, Kill Devil Hills, you went in with the intention of creating a movie where all the tracks communicated with each other, as opposed to a documentary almost, where the songs would be analyzed individually. I mean, it seems to be a project that speaks more so as a collection of songs together. Was that the intentions?
No, it was not going in. It was kind of like it's Kill Devil Hills was almost like an accidental concept album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't planned. It just kind of happened on its own. It was just kind of the vibe that me and Muggs caught, while we were in the studio, and the different people that came through and worked on the album, especially Sick Jacket and BiLL, who are both on two different tracks, a piece on the record. They're really into a lot of stuff that I'm talking about on the record. Those dudes are very much into that as well. So is Muggs, and that kind of just it gave life to it. It kind of it it started with me and Muggs kind of starting a little bit of a campfire, and then Sick Jacket and BiLL came in and like threw some gasoline on top of that, and so on and so forth, and it just took on a life of its own, really. I mean, I wish I could say it was more to it. I mean, that's the truth. You know what I mean? It was just it's kind of a natural thing, and a lot of stuff I touched upon topically on the record is stuff that I've talked about before or scratched the surface of, but I felt like it was time to do a full album. You know, it unfolded that way.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. This is the first album you've created since your debut, where you've worked solely with one producer throughout the whole album. What would you say was some of the biggest differences creating this album and your debut album, What's Wrong with BiLL, which of course is entirely produced by Necro?
There was a lot of similarities, really, because of the fact that it was one producer. It was a one-producer kind of a situation. So I would say that this album, in terms of as far as that goes, as far as the production side of it, this Kill Devil Hills record was probably most similar to What's Wrong with BiLL out of anything else I've ever worked on.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, when you work with one producer, it's just you catch a certain vibe, man. To me, it's not even about hip hop anymore. To me, it's just you're just making music. I come from a history of playing in bands and I go beyond just being an MC. So I would definitely compare working with one producer to almost working with a band and working with a fellow band member. You know what I mean? More so than working with 10 different producers over the course of 13 different tracks. It's a little bit different.
Absolutely. I mean, given Necro and Muggs' relationship through last year's track on the Soul Assassins album, I'm interested in knowing if there was ever initially any plans on Necro flying out and being a part of Kill Devil Hills, be it vocally or sonically in any way.
Not really. I mean, me and him haven't really been working together in recent times. Yeah, I mean, it really was never discussed at all. Not really. I mean, we're going to be working together soon. He gave me a bunch of beats that I'm going to be working on for my next solo record. So that's going to be, yeah. He gave me about 7 or 8 joints.
Nice.
So I'd say probably like my next record, he's going to probably do like half of the production on it.
Excellent. Was the project Blood Brothers ever finished with you and Necro? Was that ever?
I mean, I'm open to it. It's just one of those things where it's like we have to kind of like sit down and chop it up and really, make it happen. It's just similar to Non Phixion. Similar to Non Phixion in a sense. It's kind of just like it's kind of just floating around out there in limbo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of listeners would obviously still to this day associate you as a sort of almost business partner with Necro, obviously family, of course, but people still see you as just side by side. But obviously that isn't the case. Necro's carved out his own lane. You've carved out your own lane now. And is that the case? I mean, is it a case of you're both pursuing your own careers at the moment?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, really, that's always been the case. I mean, me and him have always had psychological records on his end and Uncle Howie on my end. I mean, I think a lot of people tend to misinterpret mine and Necro's relationship. And I think it's hard for people to understand, us being brothers makes things even more complicated than it would, two individuals in a group or two individuals that work together. Me and him are blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's a complex. Me and I have a very complex relationship. So if you really pay attention to how we do our business, there's a reason for it. There's a science to it, it's an interview in itself. Put it like that. Yeah. It's a long conversation.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We for us to work together, certain ducks have to be in a row. For us to make that happen, we're both gonna have to really, really want to make that happen. I think right now we're taking a break.
Yeah, I understand that, man. A lot of things to be done first, a lot of projects to get released, a lot of aspirations to fulfill before that will happen. Speaking of aspirations, of course, the BiLL. How finished is this project between Ill Bill and Sean Price?
We haven't started, man. We haven't even started on it. I mean, it's something that we've been talking about doing for a while. We have a couple beats on the side, but we haven't recorded anything for it yet. I've been super busy, speaking for myself, and I know Sean has been as well. The way it looks right now, though, we're going to get in the studio at some point in 2011.
All right, excellent,
make it
man.
happen.
I felt with the hype, because a lot of hype already surrounding it, particularly the Twitter hype, etc. I just felt that maybe the project was underway and there was some sort of foundation there. But you're saying you got some beats on the side. I mean, what are you wanting to do with this? Is this going to be another spur of the moment project?
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to give you the 100 on it.
Okay.
It ain't really that deep. It's one of those things where me and Sean have to get in the studio for like 2 weeks, and we'll get at least half the album done within that 2 weeks time frame. Either that or we'll kill each other.
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah, or both.
You know what I'm saying? But me and Sean are good friends. So we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna record a bunch of music. I'd say we probably get about half of it done within a 2 weeks period. Probably bang out the rest. I think I kind of been getting into a rhythm, between working with Muggs and working with Vinnie. If me and Sean can establish that same kind of chemistry in the studio, it'll get done in 2011. I'm all for it. I really want to do it. I know Sean wants to do it. It's just one of those things where time can escape you if you don't actually lock it in and really make it happen. And I will go on record to say that I'm ready to record the BiLL album in 2011. All I need to know is where and when, and it's on. I'm with it.
I understand that, man. I mean, I know a lot of Duck Down artists and all the back people like Noah and Drew are. They always check out the show, so they heard it right there. Now, you mentioned your solo record, already making some movement on that. I mean, what's the title, if you have a title for that solo record, and how is that shaping up at the moment?
I don't have a title yet. I have a couple of working titles. I'm not really ready to reveal the actual title yet. But I think once I throw the title out, it's like that's when the clock starts ticking. Yeah. Oh, when is it coming out? When is you know what I mean? Like right now, it's like let's worry about Heavy Metal Kings. That's the next thing coming up. After that, over the next 2 to 3 months, whatever the next thing will be, whether it's the BiLL or another Ill Bill solo record or maybe the next Lakota record. One of those 3 projects will be the next one. I'm not ready to really say what it's going to be because I don't know for sure, which one is going to lock in and be that next project. But I'd say within the next 60 days or so, it'll reveal itself.
Excellent. I was going to ask you very briefly then, but I think you've answered the question in a way about the next Lakota album, the status on that. You're saying that could be one of the next projects to emerge from yourself?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would like to work on the BiLL, my next solo record, and the Lakota record for 2011. That's my intention. Right. Which one will come out first, I'm not sure.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Sorry, Menace, you were going to chip in there.
It's fine. Whilst we're speaking about Lakota Nostra and Sean Price, I'll never forget we had him on a show, I believe it was last year, and I think it was just Sean Price joking and doing him, but he had said something about you kicking him out Lakota Nostra. I'm guessing that was just a joke. Was he originally a Lakota Nostra member?
Nah, Sean wasn't originally in Lakota. I mean, that was kind of just like a little running joke. We were bugging out on tour, and that kind of materialized. But the word was we kicked him out for doing too many drugs.
That was right. Yeah, you said
we kicked him out of Lakota Nostra.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing but being too much of a drug addict.
I know, but
pretty,
the forum kids loved it though. They loved that. They were all the forum kids. You know, they were page after page, like going, "Oh my god, I can't believe this! It's truly unbelievable." It was like WWE. It was a great little stunt on Sean's part there. But I've got a lot. Speaking of the people, I've got a lot of listener questions, so we'll quickly jump into these then. Is there a possibility of you ever working again with Goretex for the fans? That's one listener.
I mean, anything is possible, man. I mean, for me to say it's impossible, I'm not going to say that it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Look, put you like this. 2012 is the 10th anniversary of The Future Is Now. We just put The Future Is Now on iTunes for the first time this week. The legacy of Non Phixion is very important to me. If I know that there's a lot of people out there that want to see Non Phixion, that may have seen us perform live before, that maybe never got a chance to see Non Phixion. So a part of me definitely would like to maybe do something for the people. You know what I'm saying? And give the people what they want. So yes, there is a possibility.
All right, excellent,
We'll
man.
see.
Excellent. Speaking of possibilities, then, another listener asked, when can we hear another BiLL and DJ Premier join?
Oh, whenever Primo's ready, man. Primo's a busy dude. He's harder to get on the phone than the president, man.
I laugh because we found that time and time again, man. And respect to DJ Premier and all the team there. Another question: Are you?
He's harder to get on the phone than me.
Not quite as hard, but no, I see what you're saying. Another question: Are you on the Random Acts project?
Not as yet. I mean, that's the thing. Like, Sean has that, and he also has the Mike Tyson record, which I actually gave Sean a beat for that. I'm not sure where that stands right now. I'm gonna have to holler at him about that. But nah, I'm not on Random Acts as of now, at least.
All right, excellent. And you mentioned in your own production there, that ties in with another question about ask BiLL about his production for other artists' projects. So I just wonder if you've got any other projects away from Uncle Harry Records, away from your own sort of sphere and your family artist sphere, but other artists outside of your camp, production-wise.
I haven't done any lately. I mean, not outside the Heavy Metal Kings record. I not that long ago, probably about almost a year ago, I did a few beats for the Serial Killers project, which is Young D, BiLL, and Exhibit's group.
That's right, yeah.
So I did like 3 joints for them. I'm not sure which, if any, or all will make the record, but hoping to find out soon. But I'm definitely gonna be doing a bunch on my next solo record, and hopefully on the Rococo record as well.
Yeah, no, excellent, man.
I'm open. I'm open to work with people. I mean, it's just a matter of it's just really just happening. It's I don't shop beat CDs or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's more or less I try to just keep it in house, work with the homies.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, I can understand that. Well, we'll get to some of the more retrospective and a little bit tragic questions in a moment. One about Fat Beats and one about the tragic passing of Idea recently. But just to finish off, the other questions the listeners have sent in for this week's interview, I'm just checking through them now. Do you have any plans on a European tour anytime soon?
Yeah, I'll be in Europe in 2 weeks.
Oh, excellent. That's how close. 2 weeks' time.
The tour starts, I think, on November 9th or the 10th.
All right, excellent. What venues are you hitting up, or what areas? I mean, obviously, I would have thought you'd be touching the UK on the tour.
Nah, UK next year.
Right.
Well, looks like me and Vinnie are going to be coming to the UK for the Heavy Metal Kings tour. We're talking about that now.
Nice.
But yeah, this run that I'm doing is like, I think like eight shows or something like that. It's really quick.
Yeah. Just to get.
I'm not hitting up. Yeah, not on this run.
No, excellent, man. All right, let's get to a few more of these questions then. I mean, another question, or a couple of people have sent this one about Fat Beats. I mean, how was the recent Fat Beats closure that we've spoken a lot on this show to guess about, including Q Unique, who was on the show a few weeks ago. I mean, how has that closure affected you?
It's like a death in the family, you know. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, it's whack for me because I used to work at Fat Beats, and I worked there during the mid '90s. I probably spent more time in Fat Beats than I did at my own pad. Like, I used to wake up, go to Fat Beats, be at Fat Beats the whole day, go home, go to bed, wake up, go right back to fucking Fat Beats. I used to live there. So, you know, yeah, it's definitely whack. I'm real sad about that.
Yeah. Sign of the times, though. I think it's sort of the product, isn't it, of the way things have been evolving. Just within the whole industry. Yes, that's what it is. It's the retail, the physical retail side of things is really, you know, it's just like you said, it's a sign of the times. You know, I mean, the thing I'm gonna miss the most about it, more than anything, I mean, on a personal level, outside of just the retail aspect of it and all that, was just that for me, Fat Beats was always like a point of reference for me. Like when I would be in New York City, in Manhattan, in New York City, that would always be the first place I would go. You know, that would be like, you know, if I was going shopping and going to buy kicks or whatever it was, and I had like, you know, 3-4 bags of kicks, I would just go to Fat Beats, drop them off in the back room, and go back out, go buy more shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was my base of operations, and now that's gone. You know, so you know, it's, for me, it was more than just a store. It was kind of like my second home, kind of like somebody, like, you know. Yeah. It was like the World Trade Centers went down for me in some ways. You know what I mean? To me, you know, in my personal world. Yeah, and hundreds of thousands of other people as well, man. It was a safety. You know. It was hip-hop safety right there. And it's gone now, but I'm sure, you know, that there's a reason for everything. What about the tragic news about Idea passing away? The recent tragic passing of Idea. I mean, where were you when you found out? Yeah, it's horrible. When did you find out? Man. Where were you when you found out about that?
Oh, I was home. I was just chilling with the fam, man. I was at the crib. You know, he was a really good dude, man. I never got a chance to work with him. On any music. We've toured together. You know, and super down to earth, super talented, good dude. Super tragic.
Yeah, exactly, man. Another very sad loss, but that's. Again, things happen for a reason, they must do. Listen, BiLL, I can't wait for the new project, whichever of those three it may be. And, of course, then when you start work on the Pill, and, of course, your solo album, and then, of course, the Coca Nostra project as well. It's always happening for BiLL, and it's a pleasure to talk to you tonight. I'm glad you've had the chance to take the time out to speak to us on Conspiracy Worldwide.
Yes, sir. Very appreciated, man. Take care, y'all.
Take care of yourself. It's BiLL. It's Conspiracy Worldwide.
I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it.
I can't take this building anymore, man. It's our crazy.
To get your knitting out, settle down comfortably at your desk.
Respect to BiLL.
Just how long you can sit there with your back mask.